It's just peaceful.
Can y'all see that?
See the real richness of the cheese.
You can see this is coming together very nicely. And you need to make sure your sunglasses aren't getting in the way of your butter sprayer, because that can be obviously lead to a very difficult situation later during the day. So you want to turn those right around so you can go ahead and get cooking, get down to business. Bam! Anyway, so we're getting the cheese on still, getting those unwrapped, and remember I haven't yet buttered this slice. Key point in how to effectively make real cheese and make it simple but yet good. Okay, I've got my cheese on, and that's starting to warm up a little bit. I don't want to push it around a whole lot, make my bread stick, so I'm letting that go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this other piece on, and I'm making sure that there's no cheese hanging over, because once that starts to melt, we can get a real big mess going here. So keep this clean and simple. You know, you got your square and everything up. Squaring your edges up. Right. Now, I have no butter on this, and this is why. Because as my cheese melts, I want it to stick to that top piece of bread. So when my cheese starts melting, if I got butter here, then I'm pushing down, I'm getting butter everywhere, and I'm picking up butter. I'm not using butter. It's not an effective use of butter.
No one wants butter.
So to have an effective use of butter, this is the proper way to do it. So it's not really, you can see this melting a little bit, but it's still not quite ready to let go.
Oh, your bread's hard.
So you just want to take your time. Let's not get impatient. And we're waiting.
This is where they have the time lapse.
Right. Sure. Well, then, you know, if I had a pinch of salt, I'd be doing that now. You know, but I don't put salt on grilled cheese, so I have nothing to do.
So stay here, look good.
Do like, you know, kind of tap it a little bit. Look at my wife.
Look how it smells, so you should smell
now the
that.
aroma, you can,
yeah.
You can really get that king queso cheese smell. Really coming to life now.
If only
the
you
heat,
could smell
the heat actually, Kelsey, I don't know if you knew this or not, but the heat actually activates that king queso, por favor, and that heat activates that scent, that aroma that we all love.
Why do we suddenly have an accent?
I don't know. It sounds better on a cooking show.
You
just changed the accent.
You're speaking Spanish, but you have a French accent.
Because my mother was Spanish and my father was French. So I have a Spanish accent. No, I speak Spanish, but with a French accent. That's very weird.
Sí.
No hable, Pablo.
So I'm like,
All right, now we're at a point. We're at a position now that our cheese is melting, and by putting a little pressure on it with my spatula, I'm able to get it to stick.
what about butter?
Don't worry about the butter. I'm all over the butter. I'm all about the butter. I'm all about the butter. But I'm not looking for it. But I'm able to turn it over. Perfect. Perfect. As you can see, very perfect. But, and I put a little push right here too. And I should be able to real easily not separate anything, stuff get everywhere. Now, if I had cheese on this, butter on